What is up, Facebook, YouTube? It's been a minute since I came live on my platforms. I've been here, there, everywhere. I've mainly been on IG. I'm not even gonna front. Like, IG is fun. All right. YouTube is still fun. Facebook is still fun. But I definitely want to expand my horizon. I said span. Expand my horizons. And I want to reach a larger demographic. And I have gained a large um, younger audience on IG. I love them. The young people that follow me, they're dope. They're all thinking, they're willing to learn. I think us adults can learn a few things from them. Just saying. I don't know. What do you think, Casey? You've been watching the IG.
Oh, I love IG. I've said that a few times. I think it's a fantastic place. It's fun. It's just not fun when Sony's such a troll on IG. You have some
I don't ever
special
troll
individuals.
anybody, but snowflakes get in their feelings because they can't answer basic questions.
It's hilarious when you get into IG. It's a whole different world of people than what we
Yes,
are used to dealing with. And you get on
major
there and
difference.
people just go nuts, man. Like they are crazy. And it's addicting to have
It is.
conversations with them. It is
It
addicting.
is. Straight up. Like you could be on there for like 4 hours and not even notice because it's so I'm already animated and it's like jam packed with animation because a lot of the people that I network with on there and we do shows together, we all have like huge personalities. So sometimes you might get on a live and I may not even be talking. Because there's a million people in there with something to say, but it's fun. And today we're gonna have fun. This podcast is called Make America Think, and I want Americans to think. Now, today we're going to be talking about space and politics together because NASA has become somewhat political.
It's always
I
been
don't
political.
I don't remember them being this political. Like you rarely hear from NASA or about NASA.
They ran out of funding.
Jeff
Obama killed
Bezos. Obama did what?
Obama killed a lot of their funding back in the day, which I was for. Turn NASA into a privatized organization. Let that happen. It was starting to happen. Now you're seeing it start to come back because they're like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
The alien invasion is coming. We all know that. Like what was it, 3 or 4 months ago? Fox was putting out UFO sightings from Navy warships. Do you remember that?
Yeah. So are you saying we need Will Smith to save us?
No, we don't need any more celebrities saying a damn thing. They need to go back to Hollywood and act. Shut up. Leave the regular people to talk about this stuff. But I found this to be really intriguing. Me and my husband, before we get up, we usually read the news, sit there and talk about the crazy stuff on Facebook. And he came across this article. Jeff Bezos offers $2 billion in NASA costs for lunar landing contract. Now everybody knows how I feel about space. I'm not saying space is fake. Of course, it is absolutely real. It's talked about throughout the Bible. But please explain to me how we have been beyond the Van Halen radiation belts and why is Jeff Bezos paying or offering to pay and cover the cost for NASA when how much is the budget that NASA gets from our government? Isn't it close to the same thing? Or trillion?
They're there. It's in the billions, I think, because it was cut significantly by the Obama.
He probably played in Bitcoin. I think it's bullshit, man. I think it's BS. I think they're trying. They are trying to get to the moon and Mars and all these planets, but I do not believe we are actually there. I just don't. Stuff just doesn't line up. And me and Casey, we have playful banter about this. In NASA, in April, NASA awarded Elon Musk SpaceX with the sole 2.89 billion contract to build their next crewed lunar lander under its human landing support program. Listen to me. This is why I think this shit is crap. $2 billion for NASA, and we can't even cure or fix poverty in this country.
Right. Well, no, it's fine. We're just going to move everybody that is rich and famous to the moon or Mars, and then all of us peons would be left on Earth to do the work for them. There's nothing wrong with that.
Do you really think that's going to happen? Do you really think that, like, honestly, do you think that at some point in history, maybe not in our lifetime, but do you think they will make it to Mars?
Yeah.
You do? Why?
How much progress Elon Musk, and it's privatization. So how much progress Elon Musk has done in reusing rockets, and NASA hasn't done that in 50 something years. I think, and that's why I believe in privatization. I do not want our government running things. I don't think they do it in the right way because they just spend money. They don't do it efficiently. So when you bring it privatized, they actually do things in the proper way. And so he reused a rocket. No one else has ever done that. And Jeff Bezos, now that Elon Musk has reused a rocket, Jeff Bezos just set up his rocket that came back down, and it's able to be reused now.
I don't know, man. I can't. I'm trying, you know. I'm trying to get on board with this. I'm trying to like not be so skeptical. But here's the thing. How in the hell are we communicating from here to Mars?
That can be done.
How?
Just
we can't even get things right in the country. So
well, that's on purpose. That's on purpose. In the country, in America, we can't utilize certain radio frequencies because they interfere with military and government communications. But there are ways for radio frequencies and stuff to be utilized through satellites and to function. For example, if you were to say that we haven't been out there, or to say communication like that is not possible, you're saying DirecTV is a big lie.
I'm just saying, like, we can't even see the dark side of the moon, and people are like, well, there's no reason to see it. The fact of the matter is, and I pulled up this photo before, it is straight up CGI. Okay. We have never seen Earth at a distance. Anybody in the world, show me a picture of Earth at a distance. You won't find one. You'll find the CGI pictures. Matter of fact, let's pull it up. For me, these are like common sense questions. Like, bruh.
You're using what I already brought up against me. You're a jerk.
Here we go.
Because you can't, like, you pull up Earth at a distance or any picture of Earth, it's where is the space junk?
Exactly.
That's the point that everybody needs to look at when you look at a picture of Earth. Hey, where's the space junk in these pictures? If you want a real picture of Earth. And if you don't know what space junk is, Earth is surrounded by a whole bunch of crap.
This is supposed to be Earth at a distance. I feel like they're insulting my intelligence.
I don't disagree with you there. I don't.
These are all CGI photos. Like, how? Swag? This is supposed to look. Looking at Earth from the moon.
How is that looking at the Earth from? That is not. No, sorry.
Wait, I'm gonna pull this up. You can go ahead and talk. I need to pull this up because this looks like a video game.
So the other thing is, like, for example, do you ever have a picture of Earth from a distance or in any way, and it just happens to have the International Space Station running in front of it, or any of this stuff that we know we put in orbit? It is never in the way. You never see it.
I had to think about that because I don't think I've ever seen. You just don't see it.
You don't.
And if you haven't seen this documentary, it's actually on YouTube. I think it's the moon landing hoax, and I watched a bunch. So no, I'm not a conspiracy theory shill where I'm like, ooh, they said it was fake, so it's fake. They are posing like legit concerns and questions,
Mhm.
and they show a particular piece of footage where supposedly the astronauts are lining up video footage from Earth to be seen at a distance, but it's super super close until they alter the camera, and then it looks like Earth at a distance. I have to find that clip, and I'm going to post it. That was the first time I was like, yeah, this doesn't pass like the smell test, not even in the slightest.
Yeah, and for clarity reasons, because you don't believe we went to the moon,
No.
and I still do, and that's where we differ here. Let's say cameras don't really work in no oxygen environments. That's why we don't have good photos.
Then how do we have so many photos, and that's bullshit, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We have too many photos or videos of astronauts being out and about in space doing their thing for that to be true.
Okay, fair enough. I can believe that. Yeah. I'm trying to come up with why we don't have solid pictures of Earth. However, I still do believe we went to the moon because there's a lot of money spent on it. People even died trying it.
Yo, people die in wars though, Casey. Like straight up, they die in ridiculous wars for this country.
Right, but why would you try? Why would you go to the moon if you thought it was? If you went through all of that training for NASA, and then you die in a rocket that exploded? Why would you do that if it's all fake?
I mean, like, look, the same reason why people join the military, the same reason why people get involved in politics. Like, and we're gonna get into politics because
you saying
Republicans are kissing ass. I'm not saying people are stupid. No, but what I am saying is I think people are definitely latching on to like comfortable lies. I really do.
Okay.
Just look at this picture. This doesn't even look real.
Well, we know that, and you can tell by just looking down at the what's supposed to be moons, and you have the perfect cut at the bottom of the Earth.
Exactly. If we've been there, then why do we have to lie about it? Why do we have to like make CGI pictures? Why do we have to do all these things if we have in fact been there?
It's true. That's fair enough. And JFK promised we'd be on the moon in 10 years, and it took him 9.5 years to do it. And so maybe there was an excuse there.
I can't find my Facebook. I'm sitting here looking for my Facebook, and I have no clue where it is.
Stop being a Russian troll, and then you won't have to worry about anything. No,
Facebook.
When it comes to space stuff, that's where it gets interesting. Is I was super as a kid. I was like, yeah, we went to the moon. We went to the moon. Then I was all in on the other side of we didn't go to the moon. We don't this. The part that I can't answer is just why would all of that be faked? And so that's why hey, we went to the moon, but I can't explain as I gave everybody the facts. Why do we not have pictures of Earth with space junk around it that is claimed? There's a crap load of space junk out there. And why don't we have a picture of Earth with the International Space Station or all the different satellites that orbit Earth in front of it? They're always gone.
Let's look at this footage because this is the actual footage of the Apollo 11 moon landing footage. I think it is important to look at. I'm gonna like sift through this. Give me 1 second.
Up above my head has a 38,000 word vocabulary, each word of which has been very carefully chosen to be of the utmost value to us, the crew. The switch
This engine fires for 12 minutes.
Just thinking, I think this is the first burn in the vicinity of the moon that's on this side.
space sequence camera coming on.
First descent propulsion system burn on this side. Right,
No,
here it is.
any burn of any magnitude at all. See, all of our corrected burns are on the back side of the moon.
Oh, yes, that's right. On Apollo 10, they came on up to apogee and then fired.
Yes.
Toward the, that's right. And by that time, they're on the far side again.
Eagle Houston, if you'd like to try high gain pitch 212, y'all 37 over.
We've got a minute and a half.
I think I've got you on high gain now. Roger. Coming up on 1 minute to ignition.
1 minute to ignition and 13 minutes to
Are you
landing.
getting the angle, though? I got them in to use them before we are around. Right, pitch 212, y'all plus 37.
Don't know that we could take the tension if they decide to go around again.
Sorry, but this looks like a video game, dude.
40 seconds.
It's the
This doesn't even look real.
the 1960s. This is a video game. This is not meant to be real. No way.
Oh god.
This is all
Yeah,
trying.
since we've been trying
the
to do
Look
it.
at this, man. What is this?
Just
2 minutes, 20 seconds, everything looking good. We show altitude about 47.
There's no way that's true. This has to be animation to try to paint the picture of what you envision it being.
as you just
Oh
saw.
my
Because
god.
in 1960, you can't.
All of a sudden, there's light.
That's what I mean. Is there's no way that is intended to be real video. There's no way. Like it's to imitate it. But I get what you're saying. And Elias, I see your when you said it who took the picture, the photo of the first steps. Technically, the photos were taken from above, and then when they got on the ground, they probably redid them of him getting back on the ladder and coming down. But it's still valid. Like, there's no way in 1960 we were capable of doing this because we couldn't even do this with the rover we just sent to Mars.
Exactly.
The rover we just sent to Mars this year, we couldn't do this. So there's no way this is actually true. This had to be animated in some way.
Let's keep watching, guys.
And one of the other questions to kind of help Suni's point. Anybody want to know why there's craters on the moon, but there's no big rock and no crater?
Mm,
It's always just a big hole.
good question. Where's the dust, man? Don't tell me there's no dust on the moon. Don't tell me. Yo, did they lock me out of my account? They really did. Once
one?
again, my Suni Blinks one. Every time I try to go live, they lock me out of it.
Stop
This is
being
so
a Japanese
stupid.
troll.
Get a code on your phone. Yeah, give me my code, bitches.
What? So you're thinking that this is supposed to be imitating or
I'm
live
thinking
video
that-
of them landing, is what you're saying.
This is supposedly the live footage that they showed while all this was going on. Like, this is the moon landing. This is Apollo 11 lunar landing. And it's crap, man. Like, there's no way. Who's
Right.
recording that and from where?
Well, it could be from, like, for example, like the space station or something, but there's no way in 1960 we could do this. But we never recorded a video like this for the Mars rover landing. And we're 60 years ahead of time from
Yes.
it. And we don't have the technology today, but we did back in the 1960s. Now, yeah, the US government I don't trust a whole lot. I'm going to say that openly. I don't. Do I find it a little weird that we said we would land on the moon? We would be on the moon in 10 years, and we did it in 9.5 or something like that. Yeah, it's weird. Because someone could have just lied, threw everything on.
Look at this shit, man.
No
There's
way.
supposedly stars in the back.
People believe this is live landing of that device, whatever it is. I got some oceanfront property in Arizona, I'll sell you. Because, gosh, no way.
I'm just asking the questions that everybody should be asking. Like, like Casey said, we don't even have footage like this of the Mars lunar landing. Like, we don't. So I'm just not buying it, man.
There's no way any of this is true. This is real, I should say. None of that is real.
And what the hell is that in the background? What is that?
Some guy sneezing.
Where are you getting all these freaking angles from? Really?
If it's just
Crazy.
coming down to the moon, why is there a camera already on the moon taking this photo?
Why are there stars in the background, Casey? Now we have to pull up the Mars lunar landing. We have to. It's only fair. It's only fair. And then we're going to spend probably the last 10 minutes talking about how shitty Republicans are. But this is important because I'm just tired of being lied to. I really am. And I'm tired of people buying into ridiculous things, man. It's like we don't listen, all the people that follow Q question everything. They get mad at me for questioning NASA. Did you see my comment section?
No.
Go check it out. The same people that follow Q, and you're going to see them because we know a lot of them by name. They are flipping out that I'm asking questions about NASA.
Well, I started blocking people.
Oh, damn.
I'm done with people that I'm okay with you questioning me or questioning things, absolutely. Yeah. But when you're just constantly upset because I question the right side, there's a problem.
Facts.
So I might not see them, but I'll go check. But you're correct. For everyone, where Suni's going with that is you don't actually see stars when you're in space, supposedly.
Exactly.
And so in that video, there were stars.
Here's the Mars landing. Now, you tell me what a stark difference this is. I don't know.
This makes more sense to me.
This makes more sense to you.
Yeah, than the other one. The other one, that's what I'm saying, is them landing. No, not that. That is not real. Wait a minute. Start that over again. Stop right there. I want to see the top of this. Pause.
Oops. Let me go back a little bit.
You know when you Photoshop things,
exactly,
and it's got this weird hue around it?
Exactly.
So the light is at the top, right? Why is there a yellow bright ring all the way around this thing? And Suni and I argued over this. We have argued over this, and I said yes, we did. I know people that actually made parts that were on the Mars rover. But this photo right here, really?
I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I told you so.
No, I will never give you credit for this ever.
We just have to watch this, because there's a very
Oh.
zoomed in photo, or
That's a
quote
that's
unquote
a zoomed in picture of someone's face with their pimples.
pimples. Yeah, and whiteheads and all that. Like, come on,
Someone
man.
needs a shower.
Come on. I don't buy this shit like at all. I just don't.
No. Go back just a hair. I'll point out one more thing.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Sony has created this weird scenario in my head. I'm analyzing everything. If you notice, the light was at the top just a second ago when I said no, go back.
Okay.
It was at the bottom. How did that move?
I don't know, man. And here's another question. When we were watching this, because I think we watched this stuff live as it was happening. I think we did the show. I can't remember. But we can't tell how far they are away, how close they are. This looks like a very far away photo of Mars. But once you get closer, it still looks the same. Like the images don't change. This would look like what Earth would look like from the space stations. Because you can see the mountain ranges, you can see all that. Or not, let's not even say from the space station. We'll say from an airplane, because you're high. You're pretty high in an airplane. And things look small. You can see the mountain ranges. You can see the patterns from the glaciers moving in parts of Alaska. How high up are these people? And watch when it gets close. The most you see change is dust. None of these images, these look like mountain ranges.
Well, they kind of are, but because who says another planet can't have mountain ranges, right?
That's fine. Yeah, it very well could be, but the fact that it looks the same when you're up close implies that it's not a mountain range.
I think it's just some fair-skinned male.
Look. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
this is
yeah.
perfect. This is perfect. I only went back 20 seconds. That would look like a huge crater. You would think that's a mountain range.
Just looks like Utah.
Watch this shit, man. I don't buy it to save my life. This looks like some concrete dirt somewhere in the US that they found. And the spot that they found, and here we are.
You have never been to the desert of Utah, right?
No, only Vegas.
You would see land like that. Yes. So I could see how that could be, because Mars is super hot and dry, right? We know we're still struggling to prove there's moisture or water on that planet. And but right there, I will tell you, if you were to go out into the desert of Utah and just end up out 10 miles out, 15 miles out of the city and just in the middle of nowhere, that's what it would look like. Right
Yeah.
there. It would look just like that. You have some rock, you have some dirt, and it's because sand just blows everywhere. And so it just ends up on different places. But yeah, it looks just like that. And it would do the same thing of if I was to bring my drone down and land it in that area, it would look just like that landing if you were looking straight down with a camera. Very similar.
I'm just saying, guys, question everything. Look, we have never seen Earth at a distance. If we've traveled to Mars and we can see the rover descending upon Mars, they should have a camera of the rover leaving Earth, and we should be able to view our planet at a distance. It should be no problem. That's the only thing I'm saying.
I think there is a video of the rover leaving Earth.
Let me see. I'm going to look, too.
I think there was. I think that was recorded.
Let me see. Leaving Earth. Stephen Hawkins, Goodbye Moon. Watch the Perseverance launch to Mars. Okay.
Of course,
Shit is
it's just like
fake.
any other rocket takeoff.
I'm gonna
So-
show. Look, now I'm gonna show people. Y'all should have. You should have. Listen, they should have never. Somebody should have never got me involved in this because I'm going to question every single bit of it.
We
And
all
people
should.
get mad when you question stuff.
Every rocket taken off. Yeah, fair. So let me ask you, with all these rockets that we have sent off, because we have sent off now dozens
Mhm.
into space. If we have never been there, are you saying that we have never sent anything into outer space?
No, I think we've been to definitely layers of space, but
Like
actual
Jeff Bezos claiming he was in space when he just reached the bare
Right.
limit.
right. There are levels to it. I think that we have been to levels of space, but actual space travel, no, because they still haven't explained how they're able to get through the Van Halen radiation belts. No human can travel through that. So, what technology are you building to keep human life safe from those radiation belts?
Okay.
And another thing that it's weird. Now they changed the angles of this now, but before you would usually watch the takeoffs, the rocket takeoffs,
Mhm.
at a vertical view.
Mhm.
And then you see the rockets do this. And do you know what NASA said? Oh, we have to perfectly pinpoint an exit point from Earth's atmosphere to get out because of the quote unquote curvature. Now, I do believe the planet is round because people are asking. No, I do not think Earth is flat.
I chuckled at that.
But I think this is bullshit. Like, it's crap, man.
There's one person I follow on YouTube, and I can't remember his name. Dang it, what is his name? He records everything at the angle you're talking about. I don't know if he did a video on the rover leaving Earth, but he did do a video of all of the stuff with SpaceX, Bezos, and all of that. Even a couple of the SpaceX tests that he did that they were trying to reland a rocket, reuse a rocket. He actually rented a hotel or condo or something right outside and recorded it himself. Excuse me. And it's pretty interesting. But yes, I understand what you're saying. It's about that change. But there are other videos that are starting to show those things. But
I'm willing to watch. Convince me. That's how I feel.
you
Look
always
at
know
this crappy video, bro. Like, look
Hey,
at
at
this.
least they
And
didn't
of course,
start
it's a
with-
fisheye lens. It's a fisheye lens. We know that. Now, if
Yeah.
they were to keep this angle until they left, they switch it
Oh,
until they left. If they were to keep this angle until they actually left Earth's atmosphere, got through the radiation belts, did everything they needed to do, I would be cool with it. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, damn, we've been to Mars. That's what's up.
but this rover is not real life. This rover is not a human life. So
Still,
you said you don't believe we've had human life go, but you do
No.
believe we have sent other things up there.
to us, a certain part of Earth's gravitational pull, yes, I do. Absolutely.
But you don't believe this was real.
No, I do not believe that we've ever done any space travel. Like, they would need to explain to me, in layman's terms, of course, how they got humans to the moon.
This is Mars rover.
Yeah, this is Mars.
No human was involved in that.
No, this is cool, but they still have yet to explain how anything is getting through those radiation belts. Like, what technology have you built? What is it?
do you believe in satellite technology or no?
Yeah, I've seen satellites in the sky, of course.
Okay. So how did they get up there if you don't believe we can't get through those radiation belts?
Because there's levels to Earth's gravitational pull. You can only go but so far before you reach those radiation belts that are covering us.
Okay. I need to understand these radiation belts a little bit more though.
Look into
Yeah.
dang, what's his name? I'll send you a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Interesting. Like,
Not buying this shit, bro.
of course, I'm questioning a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I also still have my stance, but it's interesting. And again, notice by this video, this is a rocket outside of Earth. Just Google space junk, people. It's supposedly the Earth is surrounded by it. Why isn't there?
Now
There's
this,
not-
I absolutely believe. I believe that they're there because this is an Earth's gravitational pull. They're not going anywhere. You don't see them. You don't see Earth getting smaller within the distance. You see them traveling along Earth's atmosphere. Nothing is getting smaller. Nothing is getting bigger. They're stationary right there.
So you're saying we're gonna stay. This video is recorded to where we stay there, but
Absolutely.
you question the whole beginning part of it.
No, I question the one that when they say in order to leave Earth's gravitational pull, we have to turn a specific way.
Okay.
That is what I have questions about.
Yeah, my big question is, wait, where's the space junk?
Yeah, and that's a good question too.
There's nothing. Like, where is it? There's supposedly a lot of space junk around Earth, supposedly, and that is on NASA's website. And I have yet to see a realistic image of anything showing space junk
Right.
that's not CGI or fake.
Right. Now, in a minute, this is going to change. Watch the footage. And when you see what it changes to, I think you're going to holler bullshit too. When I watched this and I watched what they switched the footage to, I was like, you are full of shit.
That's not real. We know that.
Exactly. But what they're proving, what I just said, they are staying right there. Let me go to the video. Within Earth's gravitational pull. Where have they left? Where have they gone closer? They're right here. They're not going anywhere.
So let me point out a few things that I see in this photo to really show this is not real. This is
Right.
CGI. You can tell by the stars, and you can tell there's no clouds on Earth. And so that just shows like this is fake. This is not real. And
now, why can't we
anybody
keep
that
the same
tries to-
footage?
I would love to have a conversation with someone that tries to tell me that's real. There's no way. It's impossible.
Look, it's kind of just lingering. No. This is supposed to be what's going on. Just lingering. It didn't go anywhere. It's not leaving Earth's gravitational pull. It's just there.
Okay.
And then we don't see anything else after. You don't see anything on their screens. We don't see anything. They continue to see CGI. Why?
I can't come up with that. No,
Casey tried.
It's interesting. It's, as you know, there's some weird things that I feel differently about space than you do, but I do honestly think privatizing, getting into space, what Bezos and Richard Branson with Virgin Airlines and what Elon Musk are all doing, they are all striving to try to create a business in it. That is why money exists there, is they're trying to create a business. If it's all fake, I doubt it. I highly doubt it's fake. Because why would they put billions into it?
To
What would
get
they
there.
back?
to get there. I think they want to be the first people to get there, but I do not think they have ever been successful. We used to send animals to space for
Well,
this
yeah, we
very
sent a bunch of
reason.
monkeys to space.
Yeah, because it's like
I shouldn't say a
I don't know
bunch.
what's going to happen to a human, so let's just go ahead and throw an animal in there.
Well, so the only thing that I challenge everybody on and you on is to say that they want to be there. Why is Elon Musk not strapped up and done it?
I think people put Elon Musk on this pedestal. I think he's a regular dude who happens to be smart, good with money, and he's developed some amazing technology.
But if they want to go there, why is Jeff Bezos and Richard Branson the two people to actually send themselves up first? If that was the goal of Elon Musk, to be in space first.
I think these are
Elon
rich
Musk
billionaires competing.
No, I 100% agree with that. I think they are all trying to compete because they see NASA's opened up for privatization, to be privatized, and to create this space travel market that no one else has. And
Right.
why not? But to say, and this is only in defense of Elon, the other two, yeah, Bezos and Richard Branson, everybody's saying it's a pissing contest and stuff. Yes, it is. I agree with you between those two. But Elon Musk had this technology well before these two, and they pretty much stole his technology to reuse a rocket, and they went up. But Elon didn't. Elon has never put himself in there in a rocket.
Well, you know my stance on Elon. I don't like anybody who thinks that they are bigger than God. If the Lord wanted people on Mars, he would have placed us on Mars. That would have been our designated planet, and we would have everything we need there. But the fact that we are trying to push life on another planet and provide those things for humans, you are taking on the role of God.
I don't know if I want to push this topic.
That's just
Because
my
it,
just
it could go on forever. My thing is yeah, you can say that, but then why did we have to explore to other countries as Christians?
that's different. That's been in existence and forever. People exploring and conquering land. That's not.
So space is not part of that.
I don't see how space and conquering land would go together. No,
Okay.
because you're traveling to another planet and you're making artificial life, artificial oxygen. Like you can't even thrive on that planet without having a tire on to keep you safe. And we're
Sure.
right here on Earth walking around just fine. We can breathe out oxygen. We have trees to take in the carbon dioxide. We have everything we need right here.
Fair. I can see that.
Now, these are the belts I was telling you about. These are the belts that are on the outer layers of Earth's gravitational pull. Now, these are extremely deadly to human. If we have in fact been to the moon and had a moon landing several times, and I would even question Russia and China. Of course, you got to question China. They lie about everything. Of course.
Thanks
How
for
are we
listening,
getting
China,
through
on our
these?
devices?
How are we getting through it? And that is my question to people. And a lot of people can't answer those questions and they get frustrated.
I don't know enough about these things, so I'm going to need to look into them. Are we saying every color is a different belt?
It's a different layer of the radiation belts.
It's a lot of layers.
Exactly. Like, why have we never been hit by an asteroid or like these massive asteroids that are coming and America's doomed? I think it's like every 10 years, there may or may not be an asteroid or a huge meteor to smack the Earth.
Well, it depends on which one you want to go and claim, because there could be justification on some of them, but not all
Fine.
of them.
That's fair.
But
So look,
that's
I
a
just
good
gave
question.
Casey a task. Research the radiation belts and then look at Mars. No, we'll leave Mars out because there's no human life on there. Look at the moon and explain how we got there.
Nay, on your question that I see, why wouldn't we see stars in space? It's an angle slash I think it's amplified by our atmosphere for the light, and that's where you can see them. I believe that's the understanding of why when you go into outer space you can't see stars.
Mm-hmm.
It's a combination of those things that come together that amplify the light to where we see them. Same with satellites and other things in the orbit around the sun. But yeah, that's a good question.
Question for both of you: do you believe in aliens are among us? I believe aliens are demons. If we're talking about another realm, the only way to explain that is evil. I do believe there are good and evil spirits. Of course, there's angels, but I don't believe in little green men flying in UFOs observing our planet. No.
No, I believe in lizard people. No, honestly, answer your question, Kim. No, I don't think they're real human people. If there is anything, it's going to be a very different body in general, just a huge, very different. I think if they do exist, I doubt they do. They're going to look very different.
Well, that covers our space segment, guys. Question everything, and the people that are watching, because we have over 80 people watching and very few commenting. Question this stuff. Ask questions. Does this make sense? Even if you want to like throw a question at me, I don't care.
No.
Explain this stuff, and don't say, "Well, I know somebody who works for NASA." And I'm going to flame you. I'm telling you, if you come to my comment section doing that, I'm going to make fun of you because that is ridiculous. That's almost like me and Casey, you know, we're arguing liberals and they say, well, how do you know that? Well, the Republicans said so. The same Republicans that aren't doing a mother trucking thing about anything we're experiencing now. Have you noticed that?
Again, it's like I mentioned to you, I asked earlier, do you guys have faith in the U.S.? The government has your best interest at heart. I didn't say party, and I didn't say a certain person. I said the government. If you say no to that, that should answer most of your question, because they all have to come together and make a decision. And they keep making decisions that go against us.
Exactly. Well, this was the question that I put on my page today. I'm sure it's going to ruffle some feathers, but I don't care. That is my personality. I said, while Democrats run amok, Republicans are just sitting back, watching, sending threats as usual. What's going on with I Stand With Israel? You know, I've seen a lot of conservatives put the virtue signaling photo, the frame, walking around with the flags, etc. You know, then I asked, how about I stand with Cuba? Because who's talking about Cuba anymore? You don't see Republicans talking about it, and you damn sure don't see Democrats talking about it. How about the border? Is anybody still concerned with the border? You remember all the Republicans, and we're going to throw Trump in there, travel to the border. Who's doing anything about it? How about the Save the Children Act? Or Stop Human Trafficking, I'm sorry. How about that? Somebody in the chat, give me one thing that the Republicans have fixed. One thing. And I will even give you grace and turn on the Jeopardy music. So I really want to know.
Well, the other thing is, let's call it out. Let's not be vague and just say Republicans, right? Okay. Everybody is super on Marjorie Greene. Oh, her. She's a patriot. Where has she been?
Facts.
Where has Ted Cruz been? We haven't heard from him since he went to Mexico and then came back because of public outcry, because he left his state because he knew something like the power was going to have issues. You have heard nothing from Ted Cruz since, other than he did a little stint at the border. That was it. Just kind of disappeared. Mitch McConnell, all he wanted from everyone is to get reelected in 2020.
Yep.
Where is he? And Mitch McConnell runs the Republican Party for the most part. And no one is doing anything about it. But the question that is also, why do we keep re-electing these fools?
What can they really do right now? Nay. These are government elected officials.
Mhm.
Okay? These same people will have hearing after hearing after hearing with big tech and do absolutely nothing. How many times did we hear Trump complain about big tech taking them on, and they completely removed him from social media? So the bigger issue is, if you're not going to do anything about it, stop riling up the public saying you're going to do something about it, because it's a vicious cycle. The Republicans do this all the time. All right. They sit, complain about what Democrats do, and they do nothing to counter it. These people aren't helpless.
No.
In the slightest. They're not helpless.
The other thing to remind yourself of is each state's a little different from local elected officials on if they are full-time or part-time. That is all different. That varies from state to state. But the people that we're kind of talking about are on the federal level, and they work full-time. That is their job, is full-time senator or full-time congressman. That is exactly what they get paid to do.
Right.
So they work around the clock, or supposed to work around the clock, and propose bills, get people together, call for special sessions, and get decisions made. And if we don't like the way things are done, for example, if you look at big tech, you look at what's going on tomorrow with January 6th commission, no one's talking about that right now. Tomorrow, you're going to have the January 6th commission come together.
Yep.
No one wants to talk about it.
And what are Republicans doing about that?
Nothing.
Oh, we can't do anything. Oh, Democrats. And then they do this. Where's Lindsey Graham been? Where the fuck has he been?
Cabo?
Bro. How often did we see these people when Trump was in office? Almost every single day.
It's not even when in office. It was also when he was leaving. Where's Tim Scott? Tim Scott for president? Anybody want those big speeches? Guys, we have to start looking at every politician, every single one of them. Like, some are still good. The only one I see that is trying to do anything right now, which I find freaking hilarious, is Rand Paul. He's ripping Fauci apart, but he's still on my shit list, to be honest with everybody. Like, January 6th, you turned on Trump, and I'm still upset because you did not do your job.
There you go, Nay. Why is he calling our country, our nation, a democracy? It is not a democracy.
No.
They are bowing, without telling you, they are bowing to the left's every, like, and it sucks. It really sucks for me to say this, but they are bowing to the left.
Mm-hmm.
When you sit and call a republic, which is a representative country, which means we the people, not government officials, it means we the people. We have a say in what goes on in our country. How many Americans have had a say what goes on in our country? We don't, bro. We vote for these people and then we go back to normal life because we're trusting them to do what you put them in office for, but they don't do it. It isn't a democracy. And I'm really kind of annoyed seeing conservatives say this stuff. And it definitely annoys me to hear Trump say it.
And let's be honest, we're not. And they keep feeding us. For example, Suni, you brought this up in one of your shows not too long ago, but it's the big lie.
Yes.
You keep saying it's a democracy, it's a democracy, it's a democracy until people start believing it. That's what it's
Facts.
doing. And that's what the government did with COVID. Government keeps doing with all kinds of things. They did it back in the day with cannabis and marijuana, for example. Like, kept lying to you and telling you all of this fake garbage, like buy my tobacco and my alcohol because I can tax it and I can
Yep.
control it. All of these things, the government has constantly done those things. Constantly. It's nothing new to them. They just keep repeating the steps and people keep buying into it. And unfortunately, by creating more division between parties and people and their associated groups they're in, creates more divide, just specifically to be I hate to keep using that term, but it's just dividing people. They don't want to listen. It does the same thing over, rinse and repeat.
As long as we and a lot of it is like too little too late, nothing you could do about it at this point. But watching government officials call it a democracy is almost defeating in a sense, because you've completely given up. You're not even willing to call it a republic. Our Pledge of Allegiance says "and to the republic for which it stands." It doesn't say "and to the democracy." The kids grow up saying a republic, and grown ass people are walking around saying democracy. I just need to know, when Americans all together, liberals, conservatives, whatever you are, when are you gonna actually put your words to use? Because we saw a whole lot of people saying what they were gonna do when the government decided to take over, and they have essentially taken over. They're about to mandate a vaccine. You got people bowing down and getting it. Everybody knows how I feel about the vaccine. I think it's all ratings. I think it's all dramatic effect. Maybe there are some people actually having adverse effects, but I'm on an extremely small island where a good portion of our population is vaccinated, and there has not been one death from this vaccination. Not one.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was getting to on some of my posts. Is like, okay, why are we only talking about COVID, and nowhere on the screen do we ever talk about adverse effects from vaccines, adverse effects to anything? Like, you hear in Utah, we even had someone die in a car trying to get a vaccine a few months ago when it was released to limited because of the heat.
Lord.
They died in the car to try to go get the vaccine. And I'm sure it was chalked up as a COVID death, but whatever.
Pretty sure.
And it's stupid. The manipulation is crazy. And when we start talking about when are we going to change, let's talk about one other thing that kills a lot of people. Why is America the most obese country? One of the most obese major country, because there's smaller countries that are more obese for sure. But from a major country standpoint, that we have all of this, why are we leading like the world in that when we can just get off the couch, go to the gym,
Facts,
get outside, mow the lawn? Oh, now we have DoorDash. Now we have Grubhub to bring us our fast food to our houses. If you think all of this is fake, not true, and I'm not the most fit person in the world either right now. Right? Absolutely. They took away all my sports for a while now, and they're just coming back. But when you have the opportunity, do something with it. And I agree with that. Is why we got to stop feeding into the system.
Yep. Stop. Now, I brought this up because you pretty much brought up gluttony. This is what it is. Lizzo is morbidly obese. Okay. Lizzo is supposedly vegan. But I'm here to tell you, diet. I will say diet is 60% of your weight loss. I'll give her that. But not when you're eating in excess. I'm going to show you another video on here where she's talking about, hey, look at me, I'm eating healthy. And she has like large, yeah, look at all that cellulite. Large portions, like catering portions of food, and this bitch is putting mustard on freaking watermelon, man. This is gluttony.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Way to play into the stereotype.
I was expecting chicken and watermelon.
Well, she had to play into the stereotype, because we all supposedly
Well, it was
ate.
Juneteenth. It had to be chicken and watermelon.
Why is she always showing her ass?
Because she
Where is
wants
that
the
video,
attention.
bro? She had straight up cater size portions of food, Casey, and she's eating it, stuffing it in her mouth, just the nastiest shit ever. Look at this. Rolls after rolls after rolls.
I don't need dinner now.
This is not right, man. And she's got 10 million subscribers. Pancake titties. It's just nasty.
Oh.
I'm gonna find that video. Look at her ass. Hold on.
There's no audio if you're sharing audio.
There's no audio? Damn it. We'll watch this and then we're gonna get off. But I want to bring these things up because I think it needs to be talked about. Like, I think we need to go back to shaming obesity. I think we need to hold both parties accountable and ask them, what are they doing? I think we need to become more vocal as Americans and not just depend on everybody else to stand up for us. You can't just solely depend on influencers. You yourself has to get out and do the same work that we're doing. It's a united effort.
Yeah, I'm going to change the verbiage a little bit from my standpoint. I don't want to shame obesity. I want to encourage being fit.
I want to shame that. I'm sorry.
Well, there are people that are in situations that it can't be changed.
Sure, for them, and they don't.
That's
have to
why.
do that for
That's
it.
why I'm saying I don't want to shame it. I want to encourage positive movement of being fit. Right?
Yeah. Look, when we have shows called My 600-Pound Life, and these motherfuckers are eating 10 plates of food,
I'm not talking about them.
they got to be lifted out of their house on big ass tables and chairs, or you got to cut side of your house off to get your ass. You don't even fit in an ambulance. That's what's on TV. I can't.
You mean amber lamps?
Ambulance, yeah.
Amber lamps.
Casey was watching that show. Yo, me and Phil have so much fun. We were talking about Ebonics. If you guys want to tune in, me and Phil are coming up with a segment. It's called All the Way Black. Because a lot of people think that black conservatives, black Republicans were whitewashed. And we ain't from the hood, or we don't know what the struggle's like. Tune into IG. We're probably going to do this on a daily basis where we pick a topic, expound on it, allow people to come on and talk, and it's going to be fun. But
Like
this will be the last funny video we do because we're over an hour. I didn't mean to go that long. This is Lizzo.
So I saw Miley running and singing her song for Stamina. So I'm gonna run.
Of course, they got the angle up here to make her ass look smaller.
Out there. They said we couldn't do it. Here we go. I'm crying.
This motherfucker's not even run.
Yeah. Never been in love before. What the fuck are fucking feelings, yo?
She's not even running.
I don't even want to hope no more.
That's like a slow, fast walk.
Trying to open up a little more. Sorry if my heart a little slow. I thought that I didn't care. I thought I really loved and cared.
She's out of breath. She said, bitch.
Gotta keep my hair again. I would, but I think this song so hard. Will you be my man? Wanna put you on the plane, fly you out, bitch, to Spain. I'ma sing. Not to catch your name. I thought that I didn't care. I thought I was in love with her, baby. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You
Oh.
paused it at the right time. Look at her face.
Wait.
I gotta be nice. I gotta be nice.
Oh shit, bro.
Hey, at least she's working out. Can we just say that? And putting in an extra effort.
Wait, yo, if you're a singer, you know, when you're trying to hit them high notes, yo, you gotta hit it from your stomach. And this girl's all the way out of breath. She said, "Whoo." I'm sorry. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Thank you for tuning into a Hot Mic episode, man. And welcome to MATA. We will be back having more of these fun topics. Question space and politics, guys. And Casey doesn't think we should fat shame. I won't call it fat shaming. I think we need to shame morbidly obese people that post on their Instagrams showing how gluttonous they are. You know, it's a sin. I think we need to go back to like being a little bit mean to people. I really do. Because, you know, when people were mean, America was kind of a okay place to live. It wasn't until we had to consider everybody's feelings and give out participation trophies and make everybody included. In fact, this is my take on inclusion. You guys let me know what you think of it. When you have to include everybody, you're essentially giving out a participation trophy. So stop including everybody. Stop saying, well, everybody's got a seat at the table. No, you don't. If you didn't grind, if you didn't work hard, if you don't have the skill set or the intelligence to sit and have a conversation with me, you ain't got no motherfucking seat. That's how I feel.
Fair enough.
Casey, what do you got for us?
I'm just going to end with Lizzo did not break a land speed record. That's all I know of for today. She did not break a land speed record at all.
I'm going to let Lizzo close us out. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is going to be a fun day. If you are bored and you're still up, go over to IG. I'm going to be going live with me and Phil, and we're going to be chopping it up. Thank you for listening. I appreciate all you guys.